So I was the insurance agent at an animal shelter, and the board comes to me and they say, we got a really big problem. We had a dog bite and they're in the hospital. And I said, it's a huge relief where I could say to them, don't worry about it. This is why you have insurance. And we filed a claim. Their medical expenses were paid for. They understood. That claim alone, if they would have had to pay out of pocket, could have buried our nonprofit. So when it comes down to nonprofits, that we're going to touch on the main coverages that all nonprofits need, no matter what you have, no matter how big or how small, you're going to want to your general liability coverage. And your general liability coverage for no matter what kind of nonprofit, whether it be an animal shelter or a hunting group or anything like that, you're going to want general liability coverage. And this kind of is an overall bubble around your nonprofit, and it helps protect from anything that could possibly come after you. Nonprofits need all different kinds of coverages. There's the property coverage if they have a building, their auto coverages if they have any kind of vehicles that they drive. The most important one that's overlooked is the general liability and the directors and officers. Most companies, most nonprofits run with a volunteer board, and I don't think that people always understand that on a voluntary board, the people can come back after you for decisions you make on that nonprofit. And so that directors and liabilities and officers coverages, that can all help you to protect the people that are helping run the organization. Workman's comp, if in your organization that has employees, workman's comp is necessary. So you would also need that coverage. So when it comes to special event coverages, and especially with nonprofits, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. I know that we don't only want to talk about all the bad things that happen with nonprofits and events, but we have to be really realistic that somebody trips and falls at an event, it can come back to hurt the nonprofit. I think that there's never enough insurance for a nonprofit. Now, we're realistic as agents that nonprofits do not have a lot of money to run off of. But ultimately, as insurance agents here, we need to make sure that if something was to happen, that we don't bury our nonprofits and they don't get put into piles of debt because of a claim. We would like to be the people that can tell them, don't worry about it, your insurance has it all covered.